So back to you. So you are organizing WizardCon, so you have your own thing. So can you tell us more about WizardCon?
Yeah, well, I'm one of the guys that work on WizardCon. Melissa Hayward and Martin McIver are the guys that organize it. But it's a Harry Potter convention. I got involved with it last year on the second edition, and the second edition was phenomenal compared to the first thing. Was just a passion project by Melissa. She loves Harry Potter. She said, "Oh, I'd love to set up my own Harry Potter convention." So I will, and she did, and it was brilliant. So she went much bigger into the RDS for the second one, and that's when I got involved. And it is just, it's a bunch of the biggest nerds you'll ever meet in your life, but the greatest people, and we all share the same passion. And we're all adults and loving Harry Potter. And the convention itself, you're just surrounded by people that have the same really specific love of an item, which is Harry Potter, and we're all just buzzing off each other. We put on a great show. Now, it was sold out both days. Everyone loved it. We had some amazing guest stars, guests that were in the movies. Oh, it's fantastic. So we were planning, the next edition was to be this month, obviously was cancelled. We've postponed it to October 31st. Hopefully it will happen again, just like the Cruachan Festival. We'll have to wait and see. But at the end of May, we're actually putting on a virtual WizardCon, and we've got super guest stars. We have the Potter Collector, who owns the biggest Harry Potter book collection on planet Earth. He will be in the Guinness Book of Records. We have some of the guest stars from the movies, and we're going to try, mainly for the kids at home that are bored and parents are trying to think of something to do. Melissa just thought, let's try a virtual version of this over the weekend. And we were all like, yes, that's the fucking best idea. So yeah, I love it. We all dress up. I dressed up as Sirius Black last year, and it was phenomenal. Even the stories from that. There was an autistic teenager. He must have been 16 years old. So you're thinking he's a bit older, but he's suffering with autism, and basically he doesn't give a shit what people think. And he's like, fucking Harry Potter. And he's seen me as Sirius Black, and he ran towards me, and he just hugged me. And he was all, I can't remember, was he crying or not? But he was just so happy. He was like, Sirius, you're alive. You're alive. And his father was coming over to me like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's fucking fine. Like, it's absolutely fine. I made his day. And it's those little experiences that just make it all worthwhile. Hi, Gary.
Hi again.
Hi again. Yeah, it's like a great initiative, especially for kids now who are bored at home and so on.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, we've been doing that a lot. I mean, a lot of people are trying to use a lot of initiative to do something during these crazy times. So that's what WizardCon is doing. But for me personally, I just love it. I look forward to it so much. It's such a passion of mine. Like, and that all my friends laugh at and go, ha ha, you like Harry Potter, ha ha.
So the next thing you do nowadays is the virtual pubs, which I love. and
Virtual.
And now we drink more because in the pub you have to go to the bar to wait.
Yeah.
Now you go to the fridge, you take your beer, you sit down.
Well, it's a funny story. So
tell us.
If I was looking at all these bands putting on their virtual shows, and I'm like, we can't, Cruachan can't do that. So I went onto our Facebook page and said, guys, I'm sorry, we just don't have the ability to do something like this. And somebody mentioned on the Cruachan Facebook page, what about a Q&A with the fans? And I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, we could do that. And that's where it came from. The very first kind of get-together was just Cruachan. And that had a few thousand people come in and watch. Well, this is fucking amazing. Then we had a chat amongst ourselves, like, what if we expand this? We bring in, because we know a load of people in a lot of famous bands. Like some of our best friends are like Gaz and Ailstorm, for example. Like we see them as mates first, members of Ailstorm second. Like we've known them that long. We said, what if we start inviting some of these bands? So we did Cruachan virtual pub with Ailstorm, Scalmall, this, that, and the other. And we got Kim. Kim was great. We had to get Kim. First of all, she was the vocalist in Gwar. Like, that's legendary. But she's just a cool person. And she has a big connection with Cruachan now. So we got Kim, and we just had a laugh. On the first one that was scheduled for 2 hours, I think on hour number 4, we were like, okay, we're 4 hours at this, guys. Should we stop? We were all like, well, I've nothing else to be doing. So we kept going. It was 5.5 hours. And we thought it was great. And we said afterwards that this was just like a night in the pub. And all in the comments, like, guys, this is great. I'm here drinking. I feel like I'm drinking with you. I'm laughing, all the stories you're telling, the anecdotes. So we wanted to go bigger and better for the next one. And that was last week, 2 weeks ago. So we got some big hitters in the folk metal scene. We had this Matthias, the singer from Fintroll, Pete, the singer from Ensiferum. We'd got Tyr, we got Cryptopsy, like a huge death metal band. Borknagar. Like, oh my God. Lars Hedlund, I was like, I'm such a fan of his fucking vocals. Like, for me, that's when I went, oh my God, fanboy moment. And so we said and with that last one, we noticed the metal press are picking up on it. We're seeing it in metal websites across the world, like, oh, in these strange times when people are doing online this and all, like Cruachan have decided in true Irish style to open a virtual pub. And they're saying it's great. Like, they're, okay, you have Cruachan, but the guests that are coming in and we're all drinking, amazing. So we said, we got to go bigger. So the next one is June 6th. And oh man, I still can't believe the guests that we got on it. So for me personally, one of the big ones, and I'll say it now, is Dimmu Borgir. Hang on, I'm going to get the poster up. I'm going to show you the poster in a world exclusive.
Great stuff.
And I'll show you afterwards. So,
okay.
Actually, I'll go left to right. So we brought Garrett back from Ailstorm because
he's Ailstorm.
And we're going to bring people back. Already we've got Matthias wants to come back from Fintroll and so on. We've got Geir Bratland from Dimmu Borgir. Now, for me personally, as a Dimmu Borgir fan, I'm like, oh man, this is just insane. We've got, and I still can't believe this one, professional WWE wrestler Eric Rowan. So if anyone out there is into WWE, they'll know Eric Rowan. He's like a super pro wrestler. He's as big as they come. Like, we've got LaRage and Dante, the guitarist and drummer from Venom. I still can't believe that. Like, I've been a Venom fan all my fucking life. And already I'm thinking, like, what the fuck? What am I going to say to these guys? This is insane. But they're lovely guys, the two of them. Then we've got Jakob from Monogarm. And last but not least, Kim is back again.
Of course.
So we're keeping it a bit smaller this time because the guests, getting the likes of Dimmu Borgir and Venom is pretty huge. Getting a pro wrestler from WWE. Now, the thing about Eric, anyone that's into WWE, they'll know he wears Creator t-shirts, Moon Sorrow t-shirts. He's a big metal fan. So we asked him and he was like, fucking hell yeah, I want to be part of that. So I can't believe it. The Cruachan virtual pub is like, where do we go? How do we top this? The only way to top this one is to get fucking Lars Ulrich or something from Metallica.
Yes. Yes.
That would be interesting.
Oh, yeah, that would be very big. But you set timer for the virtual pubs or as long as it goes?
We set 2 hours. So on the last one with Fintroll and Ensiferum, I said, guys, we've hit 2 hours. If you want to drop, leave the call, please do. But I'm happy to keep going. And everyone just kept going. So it was 3.5 hours was the last one.
No, I think that's the first one or the second one, like 5 hours.
5.5, yeah. The one with Ailstorm and Skyclad was 5.5 hours. But it's great, and the response it's getting is brilliant because people know exactly what it is. It's just going to be a group of people talking. We take a Q&A. We throw questions out there, but they know in advance. Whereas a lot of the virtual festivals, people are logging on and are very disappointed. Some are very happy. It's the best that's there, but you can't create a festival on a laptop screen. Whereas a bunch of people talking shit, that's very easy to recreate.
I think you have to make a page.
Mm-hmm.
That would be helpful.
We could easily, but no, I never would. Not in these times when people are desperate for entertainment and something, and they've something to look forward to. We noticed in the comments on the last one, got nearly 1,500 comments, and we read through some of them, and people were saying, man, I'm looking forward to this. You're giving us something to look forward to. There's no way I would pay or make people pay.
Paid. I mean to make a page, virtual pub page.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant
no
pay.
No pay.
That's a good idea, Nick, actually. Yeah, we should. Sorry, I thought you meant
No.
fucking captain of industry, Nick, is like, you must charge the fucking peasants.
Yeah. No, page. You have to make a page.
That's a good idea, yes. Page, yes. Pay, no.
No.
Clear. So it's getting late. We have like asked or DMG questions. So we are giving like the microphone like visually. So figuratively to the crowd. So we have a few questions from our viewers.
Okay.
So the first question is from Kieran Ball. What are your thoughts on the Ra? And he explained Ra is American alternative metal and post-grunge band from Los Angeles, California, taking their name from their Egyptian sun god Ra.
Gotcha. The only opinion I have on the Ra is up the Ra.
Good opinion. I hope Kieran is happy. Question from Joe Farrell.
These are Cruachan members.
Yes. As Keith, did he ever have to draw a bird on himself to look old enough to gain entry to play a song?
That's true. When I was in that band, I told you about Crypt when I was 12. My brother John would have to draw a beard and mustache because the bouncers, regardless of you being in the band, they would not allow you into the venue. So the rest of the band were all 18. They were fine. But my brother had to paint this elaborate mustache and beard so I could go in and I looked older. Yeah, that's a true story. That's a funny story. When I think back to that, holy shit.
Interesting. I can't imagine to draw a bird.
John is a good one.
He's an amazing artist.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's incredible.
He's doing good stuff.
Yeah, totally. And actually, he's now actually focusing on his artwork. It only took him 40 something years, but he's actually focusing, getting shit out there, which is finally.
So Marie Stoneberg is asking, did you guys ever play Japan?
No. And I have a shit story about this. This is a fucking nightmare of a story. So Skyclad played Japan with Skiltron in February this year, and they were worried with COVID-19 and shit. And that should have been us. So Emilio from Skiltron got in touch and asked, hey, I have an offer of a gig in Skyclad, or an offer of a gig in Japan. I'm not drunk. I've just called Japan Skyclad. We have an offer of a show in Japan. Are you interested? And I just said, well, this is our standard fee. Like, we do get paid for our shows. We don't do anything for free. And he went away and then came back. Oh yeah, your fee was a bit much. So I went ahead and got Skyclad instead, who'll do it for nothing. And I'm like, I would literally have done it for nothing. Come back to me and discuss this. So yeah, no, we almost played Japan this year, but we didn't. So hopefully next year.
Marie again. Marie is a big fan of Cruachan. Will you consider doing an all-acoustic pub songs set?
Yeah, definitely. Probably like we could support ourselves. The Cruachan balladeers supporting Cruachan. Yeah, it was such good fun. And, we did a good job. I listened back to the videos on YouTube, like, that's not fucking bad. Like, we sound as good as the shit that you'd hear in Temple Bar in Dublin City on a Saturday night. Like, yeah, I definitely want to do it again. And I think as I've got older, my voice has got a bit more that kind of ballad, gravelly voice. So yeah, definitely want to do that again.
And Kieran is asking again, and he is now the question: do you have a bad influence? Smiley.
I have a bad influence. No, I've only got good influences. No bad influences in my life.
Marie asking again, maybe a Celtic metal Christmas album?
Oh, that would be awful. No, 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 no. No, the Horse Lips did that, I think. It kind of, a Celtic Christmas,
Yeah?
or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
I love Christmas.
I love Christmas. I'm such a...
I love Christmas too.
it's my favorite time of the year. I just love it. When all my friends are being so cool and I'm an alpha male metal, I hate Christmas. I'm like, fuck you. Jingle bells, snow, Santa. I love it.
Maybe a Keith single project Christmas one. Where you
There
do
you
your
go.
stuff.
There you go.
Yes.
That would be so cool. Amazing. And Marie is asking about, what about an album entirely in Gaelic?
No. Like, a lot of people ask us that, and in the early days we wrote some small bits in Gaelic. I'm not a Gaelic speaker. I can write it, and I have what I learned in school. Funny, my youngest daughter is fluent. She's a fluent Irish speaker, but I want to write in English so as many people as possible can read the lyrics. I'm very proud of my language. I love Gaelic. I love how it sounds. It's a beautiful musical language, but for Cruachan, I want to keep it in English so people can actually read what I'm talking about.
Arkady is asking Keith, what about covering computer games soundtracks?
I've been offered that in the past. I would love to, but I always find when I set up kind of side projects like The Catch, these funny little things, or if I'm working with someone else, whenever I come up with a piece of music and I think it's great, I'm like, oh that's Cruachan. So if I was composing something for a computer game, like with a contract where I'm earning money, if it was really good, I'd be like, oh, I'll keep that for Cruachan. Then I go compose something else. Oh shit, that's good. I'll keep that for Cruachan. I find it hard to do stuff that's not for Cruachan. But yeah, I'd love to get involved in some way. But yeah, I was offered in the past, but it never worked out. Sure, it's meant to be. I was a voice actor in a video game that was coming out. Oh my God, this is a huge story. If anyone's interested, just Google, what's it called?
I think I've read some.
Yeah, it was a big story in a lot of media.
I know.
Because they released a game called Kill the Faggot. Kill the Faggot. It was the most anti-gay, homophobic game in the world. And I was associated with it. So people were like, hey, you're involved with this video game. And I obviously stated my case, cut off all my ties, to the point that the biggest gay and lesbian, the biggest LGBT magazine on planet Earth, The Advocate, wrote a story about me saying, and like if you Google it, you'll see like how, despite the tough guy exterior, Keith Fay has a soft spot for the LGBT community. Fascinating, like absolutely fascinating. But on the other hand, I was also pissed off. There was my opportunity to be in a game that was going to be as big as Oblivion. I was an NPC. I was doing all the voice kind of shit. Like I was gutted that this asshole went. It was meant to be you'd find this bullshit, stupid games all over the place, and you'd like in Fallout 4, and you just slot it into your Pip-Boy and you can play it. And one of them was Kill the Faggot. Very controversial. Absolutely disgusting. But he decided to release it as a standalone game on Steam. And that's when the shit hit the fan. Because it's just awful. Like, it really is.
I was reading yesterday about that.
Are you serious? Yeah.
Yes.
What a crazy fucking time. Like, oh my God. My Twitter and my Facebook just blew up. People saying, how can you support this game? Well, I don't fucking support it. Like, at first I was like, what's happening? I didn't know about it. Yeah, crazy. So many fucking crazy things have happened over the years. Yeah. No wonder I drink. I don't drink. I don't have a drink problem. This is still this is the bottle of wine that I opened. That's all that's gone.
Okay. Not bad.
There isn't like 2 empty bottles just here. There isn't.
Well, interesting story, like something we can again search it up and post it to the group, like more to read it for people.
It's funny.
So,
I feel like we're only getting started, but it is quite late.
yeah,
I'm thinking I'm on a Cruachan virtual pub, like we're just about to get started now. Boom, boom.
So there are we have the last questions. So if someone has like burning questions, ask them now, as we have 3 last questions. So Joe Farrell is asking about the train being stolen in Russia.
This is a big story. Okay, I'm going to try to sum this up as quick as possible.
Yes.
So we're on a train going from, I think, Pskov to Moscow. I don't know where we were going. It was a night train in Russia, and we were very, very drunk, very, very drunk. And in our cabin, to the left, we had a lot of Russian soldiers, and to the right, we had a pregnant woman and friend. And we were loud and we were noisy. We weren't fucking that bad, but we were loud. So the train stopped, and our cabin door was pulled open, and 2 Russian police with AK-47s just stuck them into our cabin. We were like, oh my fucking God, like fucking assault rifle, armor-piercing assault rifle it's being fucking held in your face. Well, what the fuck? So our tour manager goes out, has a chat with the police. This all took a bit of time. The train was stopped, and yeah, then they left. And the train took off again. That's what happened. When I tell this story, what the train being stolen happened here. But no, we did continue for a little bit, but we stopped again. And I can't remember what the reason was. But word began to come around the train that the engine part, the locomotive, the front is gone. It's been stolen. And as it happens, the engine was stolen by Russian bandits, and we were stranded in the middle of nowhere. And I always ask, like, where can they possibly go? They're on a fucking train track. They can only go that direction, but it was stolen. And for years, this became a kind of almost like a mythical story in Cruachan. Like, did that really happen? Is this real? But as it turns out, I've been making videos of Cruachan on tour for fucking years. And only recently, I discovered my camcorder, and the footage is all on it. You see me walking up to the front of the train, and I look out the passenger cabin, and it's just the Russian wilderness. So yeah, we had AK-47 stuck in our face. The engine of the train was stolen. We had to wait 3 hours for a new one to come back. And when we were in the airport days later on the way home, we asked our tour manager, what did you say to the police? Did you give them money to get them away? And he said, no. I explained, my boss, Alexei, he is great man. He is great man. Alexei, whatever the fuck. So it was like, oh, okay. So a Russian mafia boss is bankrolling the Cruachan tour of Russia. So when he said to the police who this guy was, who his boss was, the police were like, oh, no problem. Yeah, we've had some fucking mad adventures. We need to write a book about the shit that we've gone through. It's like insane.
You have a lot of funny stories in Russia.
Yeah, I know, right?
So next question is Ian McWilliams. If Cruachan could feature a song on one old film, one new film, which ones you would choose?
Which song or which film?
Which film, old and new?
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I'd love to be associated with the Braveheart soundtrack because it's such a great movie. I know it's historically inaccurate, blah, 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 but who cares? It's a great movie. Modern times. Ugh. Oh, I don't know. Harry Potter. There you go.
I can find my choice, like Braveheart, like fits perfectly fine in the setting you are like.
And we've a lot of songs in Cruachan that have no electric guitars. They're pure folk, and they would fit in soundtracks of movies perfectly.
So Marie Stoneberg is asking about World War history. How about a collaboration with Sabaton for a song?
Nice.
Fun. Yeah, that'd be interesting. We actually shared the bus with Sabaton in Ukraine. And I remember kind of going, who the fuck are these guys? Thinking they're just a shitty small band. And over the years, they've just... But yeah, they're fun. But no.
Not your style.
Nah, not my style at all. I don't like them. They're nice guys though, but I'm not a fan of their music.
Cool.
They murder children, I heard.
John Ryan.
He murders children.
Ask him, what's the capital of Burkina Faso?
He's testing your memory.
Yes, maybe.
Oh shit!
Have you been there?
No, but we do these kind of things when we're on tour. Oh,
Geographical.
is it? No, it's not Djibouti, is it?
Don't
Oh, Djibouti is a country.
Yeah.
I don't know, like.
Hey Siri, what is the capital of Burkina Faso? Ouagadougou. Okay, Ouagadougou. I would never have known that.
Me neither. So,
Who knows?
so we are finished with the viewers' questions. So this was the last one. So to wrap it up, what will you do? The first thing, what you are going to do after all the restrictions are lifted?
We all know the answer to this. Go to the fucking pub.
Get drunk?
Get drunk in a pub. Oh, yeah. I miss pubs. I miss rehearsals. I miss pubs. And yeah, it's shit. I mean, life is going to be changed. It's funny. My life after this will be changed. Like I used to have this tradition. My mum passed away last year, but I'd still go to my dad's every weekend. And he passed away 2 weeks ago. And like, I know when we get out of this lockdown, the normal that I had with my kids every Saturday, we go see my dad. We go see my mom's not there. You're still going to see your granddad. That's stopped. That's gone forever. So even my life is changed dramatically after COVID-19. But yeah, the biggest thing I'm doing is fucking hitting a pub. I'm literally going to just puke all over myself and just fall into a fucking corner, and they'll need to ring the police to get me out of there. I can't wait.
So
awesome.
if I will see Keith somewhere in a pub, I'm going to run away so he doesn't pick over me.
I'll chase you in a stream of vomit.
Amazing.
Yes.
I'm not scared.
Will be the new normal after all this.
Vomit will be the new normal.
New normal, yeah. I think we'll not be the same until the vaccine. I don't know, whatever. We have something to.
Yeah, hopefully there was some good news today that the vaccine actually is working, but it's going to be months before. But for the first time, it's worked, which is great. Hi. Do you want to come and say? My daughter wants to come and say hello before we go.
Yes.
We're just finishing now, so you need to come in. Here's my daughter, Neve. She's an amazing artist.
Gary again.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Hi.
Yeah, I met her in Brussels.
Yes, you did.
Thank you, Keith, for tonight, for joining us, telling your stories, sharing your history with Cruachan, and also thank you for the viewers who have been here participating with questions. And any finishing words, Keith?
No.
Thank you, Keith. Thanks for the time. It was very good.
Cheers, guys. Thanks. It was great fun. Thanks for everything.
Yes.
No worries.
Goodbye.
So